Hey folks, and welcome to the 23rd annual Burapa Bike Week here in Pattaya. I'm coming in the back way here. This is the back way into the venue. The front way is very congested. There's people out directing traffic. There's a lot of craziness going on. People almost wrecking into each other, traffic trying to get by. But the back way is wide open. You see, nobody's using the back way, so I decided to use it. However, just coming into the event, we're going to go up here to the main concourse and look around. It's where all the vendors are and all kind of displays and things like that. But what this really was basically a little bit of a 3-day party. It took place on the 13th, 14th, and 15th of February. That's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, middle of February. We had great weather, nice clear skies, good air quality during the event, unlike last year, terrible air quality last year. Anyway, we're up here on this concourse. We're going to ride around this concourse here and just kind of see what's doing and take things in. But as we do that, on this episode, I'll cut away and show you some different points of interest, some different things that went on. We've got a little bit of everything, from motocross to sport bikes, tomfoolery, coyote girls. We've got it all. Live stage performances. This is a huge venue, and right over here to the left is where we came in. That's a big dirt kind of lot down there where the main stage is. We're going to start down there and take a look at something down there. Day one of Bike Week, and over here Hooters. Yeah, a little bit of everything going on here. I guess this is the bar here. Yeah, beer and whiskey. Just want to go over and see if we can get a look at some Hooters girls. Yeah, so up front, I'll apologize about the audio. There's copyrighted music being played everywhere. I have to kind of walk a fine line here. I don't want the video to get flagged. But Hooters wasn't real busy until nighttime. After dark, it got busier. And they had a mechanical bull over here. I guess that's what you call it, a mechanical bull. And I did come by here, I think on Saturday, and somebody was actually riding the bull. So yeah, here he is. He just hopped right up on there. Looks like he's dressed more for a swimming pool. There's no water in there. I thought maybe there was water in there, so if you fell off, but he rode with quite a good amount of gusto there. Quite a cowboy. But yeah. They also had this little tuk-tuk sitting out here, this Hooters tuk-tuk. But it was kind of neat seeing a Hooters down here, and even though it wasn't that busy, because I mean there's plenty of other things here. That's the thing, you can't be everywhere at once here. There's so many different little venues, but this guy rode until he didn't. Like that. But he was a good sport. Nobody else would get up there, at least while I was there. But yeah, like I said, you can't be everywhere at once, so at least you guys get to go where I went when I went. So yeah, back on the track here. And you know, one thing that's important riding around here is you want to kind of refrain from hitting anybody or running anybody over or hitting somebody in the head with a mirror or something like that. It's hey, the Hooters girls. It's not too busy on this first day. Saturday, you could not do this. This time of day, right around sunset on Saturday, you could barely walk here, let alone ride. So I was kind of glad I kind of made a grand tour of the place on bike on Thursday. And I think I covered everything, and even some outlying parts of this venue that were kind of not really too far to walk to. Let's look at one of those next. This is kind of a dirt track out here for I guess dirt bikes and motocross, that kind of thing. So let's take a quick look at that.
sunsets the first day. A couple guys are out here messing around on a dirt track. So it really is a little bit of everything. Bit of everything. Yeah, so I got a kick out of that. I mean, myself and a lot of people I knew and grew up with, our first experience on motorcycles was dirt bikes and doing that kind of stuff. So glad to see those young guys out there tearing it up. But anyway, before we get into the night stuff, let's look at some, I'm going to save the night stuff for the best for last. But let's look at some other random things that were going on here. A lot of different things, and I'll take you through them very quickly here, and then we'll move into more of the evening and nighttime nightlife here. So as you walk around, there's a lot to take in, and I kind of always had the feeling like no matter where I was, that I was missing something somewhere else. And I'll show you an example of that. I actually did miss something, but it can't be everywhere. But one thing, kind of a theme that I noticed walking around, there was like a group of people who were like, I don't know, like emulating American Indians. Like that was a big theme. These guys and girls on horses here, or horseback, they looked like legit Indians, a lot of them. Really, I really would, if I didn't know, I would have thought they were American Indians. They had horses. Not these guys. These guys are just fooling around. But these guys, and they were selling all kind of Indian dream catchers and artwork. There was a totem pole back there. It was kind of a thing. They were all nice. It was just neat to see, and they were kind of ubiquitous. Here's the Nightwish girls. They were out here for the Nightwish group getting donations for a special needs school. So they had a booth, and they had donation boxes. They were encouraging donations. So that was a very kind gesture. Now here's something I missed. Here's an example. So all these guys on these choppers, these kind of ratted out old school choppers here, they were doing laps in this dirt area here right before I got here, and I missed it. I just caught the very tail end of it. I wasn't ready to record, so I kind of invited myself into their group here. There were some characters, but I like these kind of old school choppers here. Fantastic, really. Now these ladies over here, I couldn't figure out what their purpose was. I figured they were selling something. Turns out, after some investigation here, they were actually selling cigarettes. And there was some kind of news story that came out a day or two before this that there wasn't going to be beer and cigarettes for sale, but there were beer and there were cigarettes, and there were bugs, and this is the bug guy. Everybody was wanting pictures with the bug guy. So yeah, there's some random stuff for you. So back on the track, I guess we'll start moving into more of the evening. There was one group out here from Pattaya, from a pretty well-known bar on Soy Bacau, and they had a dunk tank set up. So I made a couple trips over there. Let's go take a look at that.
Yeah, so what it is, you get 4 balls for your 50 baht, and so you get 4 chances to try to dunk the girl. And believe you me, I'm not the world's greatest pitcher here, so
Up to you. You want what you want? Yes. One more,ไหม One more. Thank you ค่ะ
Thank you. Lucky. lucky.
yeah, she's lucky I was throwing because I can't throw. They asked me if I wanted a second batch for more humiliation. I said no, but I did have an idea. So the following night, I decided to come back and give it a second try, but this time I thought maybe one of the young ladies could help me with the throwing.
Okay.
ไอโยนไหมดูถือไอโยนเอา50 บาทหรือ10050โอเคเอาใครถือแล้วบัดนี้ผู้ใดถือล่ะเราถือก่อนโยนบ่ยูเพออมี
You.
โอเค
Yeah, so this girl actually held the camera while I was throwing the night before. So I thought she would be a good one to try to throw. And I think she did a better job than I did. I think she had some close calls here, but still, no cigar.
ไม่มี
หมดแล้วอ่ะ
So yeah, I think that was fun for the whole family. You know, even though I didn't get an official dunk or anything, it was still fun. Before we head off into the real late night stuff here, let's take a minute out and meet a guy that I met here. He's from India. He left India on a 30,000 kilometer road trip through Southeast Asia. And he does a lot of good things along the way. So let's meet him real quick and see what he has to say.
So, it's day 2 at Bike Week, actually night 2, and I happened to run into a very interesting guy. His name is Josh.
Hello, hi guys.
So, Josh has started in India with his motorcycle. He's got a Himalayan 411. He's probably got how many things bolted onto that? About 5 different cases and
yes.
fuel tanks, and he's going from India. He's already been to Singapore,
Malaysia.
through Myanmar, Thailand, Malaysia, all the way to Singapore, and then he's come back up. He's back in Thailand, and then tomorrow where do you go?
Cambodia. I'm traveling to Cambodia. From Cambodia, I go to Vietnam, then to Laos, then to Myanmar, back to India finally. And it's gonna be almost all 30,000 kilometers. And I just finished 12,000, and I have still more kilometers to go.
So, Josh is a social worker. So, what are some of the things you've done on your travels?
I help the people who are mentally challenged. I give them haircut, first aid, I give them food, I give them clothes. I just teach them how to eat because we give the food for them and they don't know what it is. And not only that, like when I go to different places, I given in Malaysia, I distributed 3,000 face masks because of the coronavirus and the country was running out of the face mask. And I encourage people to visit India. Then whoever want to visit India, I want to help them, all who are traveling overland, you know.
So, he's a tough guy. He's been a lot of kilometers. He's done a lot of good things. So thanks, Josh.
Yeah,
Nice
thank
to
you,
meet
Sharon. Nice meeting you too.
It's always good to meet a new friend. And he's invited me to India. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll show up someday in India riding for kicks. So I'll put a link to his channel in the description. So all you'll have to do is click on it. So, all right.
Thank you, guys. Nice
Bye-bye.
meeting you. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.
So yeah, that's Josh. He has a YouTube channel, and it's in a link to it is in the description below. And he's also on Instagram, Facebook at Royal Rider Josh. So I hope you'll check him out. Where I'm from, a lot of bikers are known for helping the community. This guy's actually helping a small slice of the world here. So I hope you'll follow him and support him on his journey. So I guess it's time to get into the later night stuff, and instead of walking you through that piecemeal, let's just look at a montage and see what that all looks like. So there you go, a little bit of bike week there. I mean, if you can't attend the event, I hope that gives you an idea what it's like being here, and daytime and the nighttime, all the little things going on, all the stages and events. But worked up quite a thirst filming this, so I think I'll go over here and see about getting some refreshment. But as usual, I'll thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.
Miss me.